Thank you. May is Skin Cancer Awareness Month, and with the weather getting warmer, as you heard Paul say, and people spending more time outside, it is a chance to remind people about the dangers of skin cancer and share the facts that can actually help save their lives. And joining me in studio here on the 5:30 to talk about this issue is Dr. Daniel Bax. He's a dermatologist with Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center. Dr. Bax, what are some of the main causes when it comes to skin cancer?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Claudine. There are a few different causes of skin cancer. There are many different types of skin cancer, but I think generally speaking, the largest cause of skin cancer is sun exposure and UV radiation.
Is there something that people can do to prevent it?
Yeah, I spend my days treating, diagnosing patients with skin cancer, and it's a common question that I get. I think the biggest thing is the use of sunscreen and protecting your skin from the sun. I think hats and sleeves are great, but for areas that you can't cover or when we are getting some nicer weather here in Buffalo, I think using sunscreen is a smart thing to do.
Are some people more susceptible to skin cancer than others?
Yeah, we tend to see more patients with fair skin, lighter eyes, lighter hair. Those patients are at increased risk, but skin cancer can affect anyone, and it can affect those with darker skin as well. Sometimes it does come up in areas that aren't particularly sun exposed. So if you have a suspicious spot, the best thing is to see a physician or a dermatologist.
I think you're right about that, and I think that's something we have to tell people about too, because we know about if your skin is fairer, then you may be more susceptible, as you mentioned. But people who have darker skin, people like me, let's be clear, right? Mm-hmm. People who have a little bit more melanin in their skin, they also need to wear sunscreen and protect themselves against the rays.
That's correct, and for reasons we don't fully understand, patients with darker skin types do tend to have more advanced disease when they present, and more, serious and in many cases more fatal disease when it comes to skin cancer. So it is unfortunate, and raising awareness always helps.
And that's why you're here, to raise awareness so that people know and understand if a person suspects that they may have skin cancer or they see a spot, what should they do?
Yeah, I think probably the first step would be to call their primary care physician and let them know. Try to see them as soon as they can. And in addition, they can call a dermatologist. Unfortunately, Western New York, like many areas, doesn't have enough dermatologists practicing, so it can be a significant wait time, and that's unfortunate. But I would say one of those two things would be the best thing to do.
It's important that you were here. It's important that you gave our audience that information, and we certainly appreciate you coming on.
No, thank you for having me.
All right, this is Dr.